All right. Let's see, what I want to talk about first. Football season is almost, no, football season is over with. The Super Bowl is coming up here soon. What, February, first week in February?
Yes.
Something like that. Yeah, yeah. How many football fans we have? How many football fanatics? One football fanatic. Well, I'm going to tell you about the ultimate football fanatic. Okay? The guy has tickets to the Super Bowl, goes to the Super Bowl, has great seats on the 50-yard line at eye level, and right next to him there's an empty seat. So he says to the guy on the other side of the empty seat, he said, you know, it's really unusual to have an empty seat at the Super Bowl, especially on the 50-yard line. The guy says, yeah, well, that was my wife's seat. We had this tradition. We've been attending the Super Bowl for the last 40 years, and she passed away 5 days ago. But I know she would have wanted me to continue this tradition. And so the guy asked him, he said, well, didn't you have a friend or family member who wanted to come to the game? He said, yeah, but they went to the funeral. Now that's a football fanatic. That's a football fanatic. How y'all doing tonight? I forgot to ask you. You doing all right? You know, that's the first thing most comedians ask when they come on stage, how you doing? But I'm going to tell you guys something, and this might come as a shock to you. They don't care. To be honest with you, they don't give a shit. But see, I'm not like other comedians. I'm different. I don't give a damn. You guys are great. You guys are great. I want to talk about relationships. I've always had bad luck in relationships, bad luck with women in general. You know, I don't know what it is. I've just always had bad luck with women. I've always dated nice women. You know what I mean? Because that's all I could get. Now, let me explain to you what I mean when I say nice, okay? Have you ever had a friend or a family member set you up with a blind date, and you ask them, well, what do they look like? And they'll say, oh, you're going to love them. They're really nice. That's the kind of nice I'm talking about. Okay? Now, nothing wrong with being nice, you know. I consider myself a nice, you know. And as I look around, I see we got some nice people in here. But I refuse to date another nice as long as I live. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong, I've dated some gorgeous women in my life. Cost me about 30 grand. But nothing wrong with being nice. If you're nice and you're trying to find gorgeous or handsome, you've been trying to find that all your life and you think you never will, you're right. You're right. But nothing wrong with it. Now, some of you may say, no, well, there's always hope. Yes, there is. But not for you. If you're a nice guy, find yourself a nice woman. If you're a nice woman, find yourself a nice guy. Y'all get married and have some nice kids. Oh, they will be nice. I'll take that back. That's not always true. I'll tell you why. Have you ever seen a nice mixed couple, both nice, it's homemade sin, and they have some gorgeous kids? I've seen that a lot. And I used to wonder, how does that happen? And then one day it hit me. That's God's reward to them for being so nice. Have you ever been in a relationship and found out that your partner was cheating on you? That's a horrible feeling, isn't it? Especially if you love that person. You feel hurt, you feel used, you feel betrayed. That happened to me once. Gorgeous girl. I was crazy about this woman. I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. And she cheated on me. And it wasn't like we dated once or twice, you know. I devoted 3 days of my life to this woman. And she cheated on me. First I felt hurt. Hurt turned to anger, and the anger turned to revenge. I became obsessed with revenge. And being a Christian, I prayed about it. I prayed she'd die. And 3 days later, she did. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. And I became overwhelmed with this feeling of satisfaction. I know, that's morbid, isn't it? But I got that from my grandmother. I learned everything I know about relationships from my grandmother. My grandmother was an ugly, evil woman. Now, it's okay to be one or the other, but not both. And she hated kids, especially my youngest brother. But she had good reason to hate him because he was the kid from hell. He made Dennis the Menace look like a saint. I remember one summer, my mother sent me to stay with my grandmother for a week. And when the first day I got there, my grandmother asked me, she said, "Son, how you doing in school?" I said, "Oh, I'm doing great, Grandma. I'm pulling a 3.5 GPA. She said, "What's a GPA and why you got to pull it?" I said, "Oh, no, Grandma, that means that's my grade point average, and 3.5 means I'm doing good." She said, "Oh, okay. You got a girlfriend?" I said, "Yeah, Grandma." "Does she treat you good?" "Not that good." But she said, "Listen to me, boy. I'm going to tell you something. I want you to listen real good. Don't you forget what I tell you. You hear?" "Okay, Grandma." So when somebody treats you bad, say, "You go to the devil. Let him take care of it for you. Don't go to God, because he's going to tell you to forgive him and pray for him. You got to go to the devil. He'll take care of it for you." And I know that's what she did, because that night I was laying in bed with the door open, and I could hear her talking in the room next door. And the conversation went something like this. "Yeah, devil. This is how you know my name?" "Oh, you know everybody's name." "Okay, whatever. Well, look, I got a problem. I was wondering if you could take care of it for me. First of all, that old backstabbing heifer that I thought was my best friend, yeah, I want you to give her a migraine, an earache, a toothache, cramps, and labor pains the next 24/7 for 20 years. And that old lying, cheating, no good, drunken, no working husband of mine, I want you to kill him. Just take him on out. Yeah, can you do that for me?" "That's going to cost me." "Well, what's it going to cost?" "My soul." "No, I can't give you my soul. I give you that. I ain't got no chance of getting into heaven. No, you can't have my soul." Another way to pay?" "What other way?" "Why, you nasty devil, you. No, you ain't getting none of that. No, we ain't going that route either. That ain't gonna happen." "Well, look, I tell you what. I got this old hard-headed, badass grandson I can't stand. You can have him. What you say? We got a deal?" "Oh, we do. Oh, good. Good. Well, tell me, when can I expect this to happen?" "The next 5 to 7 working days." "Okay, well, I can live with that. I can live with that. Well, I'll be contacting you in 5 to 7 days. And it's been a pleasure doing business with you. Oh, one more thing, devil. You have a blazing good evening." Dealing with the devil. Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you, sweetheart. Madonna's looking out for me. Dealing with the devil. You gotta be careful dealing with the devil, because he will definitely try to trick you. See, what you gotta do, you gotta catch him when he's in a good mood. Like when he can drink a fifth of 151 rum and smoked a couple of them Jamaican joints, and he'll treat you okay then. Yeah, yeah. Boy, it's a crazy world. Crazy things are happening out there. You know, each of us can do something to make it a better world, you know? White people, and there's one thing white people and black people can do to make it a better world. They can kill the N-word, okay? And now let's keep it real. Blacks use that word just as much as white people do, maybe more. But white people, it's your responsibility to kill it because y'all created it, okay? Now there's only one way you can kill it. It's the only way you can kill it. You got to take it up in a helicopter, fly over a volcano, and drop it in. That's the only thing that'll kill it. Don't nail it on the cross and then bury it. Because 3 days later it'll rise and blacks will be using it again. And one other thing white people can do, not all of you, but just some of you, stop trying to be black. Be what you are. I've never wanted to be anything other than what I am. A white, unemployed food stamp recipient. And there's some things us black people need to do too. First of all, we need to drop that crab mentality. When you see another brother or sister trying to make it, trying to get to the top, don't pull them down. Give them a boost. Help them out. Help them get to the top. Help them get over. When they get there, then pull them down. And black men, we need to start treating our black women a lot better. Stop calling them out of their name, beating them. You need to stop that. If you do that, when you go home tonight, you need to apologize to your woman and do it with sincerity. Say, hey, baby, I'd like to apologize for half the times I call you out of your name. And from this day on, I'll never lay another hand on you unless you piss me off. And I'll start helping with the finances too. First thing tomorrow morning, I'm going out searching and I ain't coming home till I find you a second job. I'd like everybody to meet my partner. We've been working just for a short time, and this is Horace. Horace, can you say hello?
No,
Why not?
I don't speak to strangers.
Well, these people aren't strangers. These are my family and friends.
These your family and friends
Yes, they are.
don't need shit to name.
All right, I don't want no mess out of you.
Don't start no, don't be no. Hey, dog, let me have $20.
Nah, man, I'm broke.
I don't understand this. You can't speak, but you'll ask the perfect stranger for money. I said you can't speak, but you'll ask a perfect stranger for money.
These ain't perfect strangers, they friends and family.
Yes, they're my friends and family.
Look, Dr. 20, dude, can I have 20?
Nah, man.
No? Notice I said have. Have means it's a gift. Let me hold means I might pay it back.
Well, how do you decide if you're going to pay it back or not?
I use the field system.
The field system.
Mm-hmm.
And how does that work?
I pay it back if I feel like it.
Well, tell me, thorough mean to you?
Thorough?
Yes.
Thorough means definitely.
Definitely what?
Definitely ain't gonna be it. The 20, dude. The 20. Yes or no?
Okay.
No? How about 10? No?
Sit down.
How about 5?
Oh, got it.
No? You don't got it? I hate full-ass people.
Well, people can't help it if they're poor.
Yes, they can. They can get a job. You got a job? What you need is a good job. I got a job. Shit. I'm poor as hell.
Well, tell me, when did you stoop to begging people for money?
When I start looking for you.
Well, I know it's been tough, both of us living on what I make.
It's hard for me to live on what you make.
You know, I promise you, I'll make it up to you when we hit it big.
I might not live that long.
So things are going to get better. I can just feel it. I feel things are going to get better.
You say that every payday. I'm getting tired of your shit.
Look, well, where'd you get that outfit? I mean, for somebody with no money, you dressed awful nice there with your jogging suit and your FUBUs on.
You trying to change the subject?
No, I'm just wondering where you got that outfit from if you don't have no money.
I got it from the Goodwill donation trailer.
Okay, all right.
You know what I think?
What?
I think you holding that on the money.
No, well look, my time is up, and let's not discuss this in front of all these people, okay? This is not the time or place. Let's talk about it later.
No, I want to talk about it now. I need witnesses.
Now, we gotta get out of here. Our time is up.